Gentrification, a term that in recent years has been strongly associated with Brooklyn. It's a term that many have heard of, yet at the same time, many do not know the specifics of or its impact on a community. Let's start out with a definition. Gentrification is the displacement of lower-income residents as a result of new infrastructures built in underdeveloped neighborhoods for high-income residents. Disdain is then projected to the new residents. But why? How exactly does it affect neighborhoods and its residents?
The problem you have here is that landlords see the opportunity for more money, right? The other thing that happens is, as you know, as we were talking earlier, Daniela, families now are having a really difficult time competing with people who share an apartment, who bring in individual incomes, and maybe 4 or 5 of them will share a place, right? So it's very difficult for families to compete with that kind of an income. So I don't know that it's always a social issue. I think the underpinning here is an economic issue. And that's really the difficulty.
Sure, the new donut place down the block is yummy, or the new little vintage boutique has nice sweaters, but these are small ways in which gentrification makes itself known in neighborhoods. It begins to build an unfamiliar environment of foreign institutions and in most cases limits things that can or cannot be bought. It even begins to influence schools.
So in North Brooklyn, what we saw is really this segregation. Some of the kids, traditionally the working class kids, either went to Catholic elementary school or public elementary school. But the Catholic schools are closing over time because of less enrollment. So most of those children are in fact going to the local public schools. But the gentry traditionally have looked outside of the local community.
Some people say neighborhoods change, so displacement is normal. However, what happens is far from normal. They don't take into account the lifestyles that communities create and share with one another.
Living in Brooklyn, my fondest memory was actually back in 2003-2004 during the summer blackout. It's when a lot of my friends within the neighborhood just got together and had fun for like 3 days.
What did you guys do there?
Well, mostly we just went out and had fun. Some people had the fridges were completely out because there was no power, so a lot of people were having barbecues, getting families together. And my favorite memory is like we would go to like the corner store since their freezers weren't working, and they would just be giving out free ice cream all day.
Memories like these are often crushed in the new condos and restaurants, which results in the blame shifted more and more towards new residents. The attention should really be on the need for more rent stabilizing and land taxing policies in order to have affordable housing for all.
We still see pockets of poverty, but as development and gentrification increases, people then look for the next best neighborhood, right? The next affordable neighborhood. So we see people moving into Flatbush, people moving into Crown Heights, people moving into Bed-Stuy, right? People moving into Fort Greene, because that seems to be now the more affordable place.
Gentrification is never pleasant for old or new residents because to them, it feels like everything around is disappearing and replaced with new, yet constantly moving parts. We need to focus on taking care of our home rather than being just another statistic that's outpriced us.